Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This one, I'm just going to do something that I've never really done before, and I'm only doing it because a lot of people have been asking me to do it. So, in this video, I'm just going to be showing you my customization for my Warden and my Centurion. Like I said, a lot of people keep asking me in the comments, so I thought I might as well do it, since some other YouTubers do it as well, so I thought, why not? I'll show you guys my customization for the Warden and Centurion. Alright, so I'll just give you a quick spin here. Basically, I've mixed and matched the arms and stuff. I used to have the thicker arms. Let me see if I've got them. Yeah, like these. Obviously I used to have these, but they grow a little old, you know. I like to mix things up a little bit. Although these are pretty beastly arms. I kind of like these ones because it shows his, you know, his arms, his muscles. I like the spikes, and yeah, I just think it looks really cool. So I've got these arms, and obviously I've got the gold trim chest. I don't really like any of the other ones. I don't think they look as good. I mean, that's pretty cool, but it's a little bit basic. But I love this one with the gold trim. And obviously for the helmet, there isn't going to be any other helmet for me. I mean, look at this. Like, yeah, not going to have any other helmet whatsoever. So for the blade, I've obviously got the basilisk blade. I can't even say that word. But yeah, I've got that blade, which is a unique one. I've also got the matching hilt. I do like this one as well. It's pretty cool. With the blue, the regal, and the phoenix as well is really cool. But can't really beat this one with the ornament at the bottom. It just looks really cool. And obviously I've got the matching guard as well. So that's pretty much the full set with that sword. I think it looks the coolest. Although, obviously the red blade is really cool, but yeah, definitely prefer this. So yeah, that's my weapon and my armors. So let's move on to the actual customization of the character. So the ornament, obviously, it's the ornament from the tournament win. I think it took me about 10 tournament wins to get this ornament. So yeah, that's the one that I've got right now. Left arm. Okay, so I haven't got a paint pattern on this. Don't really like paint patterns on the arms, so I'll just leave that blank. I think the skull engraving looks really cool on the arm as it is. I don't really need to put any paint on it for it to stand out. I think it stands out already. And also, I think that this skull on the arm looks better than that skull. Definitely, it stands out more with the eyes and the teeth. So I'm gonna go with that one. Same with the shoulders. I've got this paint pattern on the shoulders because it makes the skull stand out a little bit more. If I go to the top, where there is, if I get like a plain paint pattern, you can't really see the black skull properly. So, oh god, let me find it again. Yeah, so I've got this one because it's pretty much perfectly on the skull, so that stands out quite well with the red, and pretty much same again on the other shoulder. So I've got the paint pattern and the first skull engraving. Again, I think it looks a lot better than the second one for the Centurion. And the chest, obviously no paint pattern on the chest. I don't like a paint pattern on the chest. I think it looks quite cheap and tatty. So I just like the black and gold on the chest. I don't like anything else. And same again, I've got the skull engraving on the chest. I don't have any symbols or anything because that like overrides the engraving. So anyway, onto the standards, which is what a lot of people was actually asking me what the standards were on the cape. So I used this one. It's the the third laurel wreath, and you unlock that by getting the Bloody Duty mythic outfit. So I think that comes with these 1, 2, and 3. One's pretty cool. I like that one. Don't really like 2. Don't like the look of that at all. But I think 3's the best by far. It's just it just looks really nice with the colours. And obviously onto the colours. So for the dual colours, I've got Dream, which is unlocked at Rep 14 level 10, which is obviously it's a nice mixture of the black, red, and like a beige kind of colour on the scarf. But there is quite a lot of nice colours, to be honest, at these later levels, like this one for example. I think that's pretty cool. But and some of these is obviously like full solid colour on the cape. If you get these 2, where there's like it's 2 of the same colour in the circle, it doesn't really look as good. You definitely want 3, a mixture of 3 different colours. But yeah, I'm rolling with this one right now. I think that looks really cool. I like black and red. I think they mix well together. So that's pretty much it, I think, to be honest. Obviously I've got a black iron. So that's pretty much it for the Centurion customization. Okay, so let's move on to the Warden one now. Alright. Okay, so for the helmet, I've got the Laurel helmet, which is pretty much the bog standard one. And the reason for that is because I think the skull only looks good on this helmet. I really don't think it looks good on any of the others. Let me show you. So I've gone over to this one. I don't really like the big split in the skull. You can't really make it out very well. I mean, it still looks cool, but I don't think it looks as good as the basic one. And then you've got this one. Again, it looks pretty cool in its own unique way, but I don't like the helmet in general. So, you know, and that just looks fucked up. I don't even know what that is. But yeah, if you go through these other helmets, I just don't think they look as good as this one. So, this is definitely the one for me. As for the chest, it's gotta be the lion chest. It's, you know, it can't be anything else. I don't think the material of all the other chest armors are really any good. Like it's a weird color, and like the chains as well on this one, for example, don't like it. So it's got to be the Defendril chest for me. Okay, and for the arms, again, I've gone with the bog standard arms, the Laurel ones, because I think the engravings stand out the best on these arms. Like for example, if I go to this one, yeah, and it's pretty cool with the spikes and all, but the engraving doesn't really stand out that well. Although that is pretty cool. Definitely prefer this one with the engravings, but it's up to you. It's whatever you personally prefer, to be honest. The thing is with my sword is I'm always changing it. I'm always mixing and matching. I've pretty much got like every blade. I've been through every blade. I have had to delete some stuff to make room for some things, but I've tried to get one of each of the hilts and the blades and the guards, like these, for example. I try not to have 2 of the same, but yeah, I mean, I have had to delete some blades to make some room. I think we need more than 60 gear inventory, and I hope they increase that in the future. But yeah, for now, I've just gone with the Endora blade. I might change that though. I like the Caliburn hilt, the green hilt. It's pretty cool, and obviously goes well with this Merodash guard, which it actually doesn't go with the hilt. It's actually this one, but I don't really like that guard. I don't think it looks as good as this one, so that's what I'm rocking for now. Like I said though, I change it all the time. So for the paint pattern, On the mask, it doesn't really matter that much, to be honest. If you'd look, the majority of them still make the skull engraving stand out. So I've pretty much just gone for this one. Like, it's just a random one that I picked, since it really doesn't affect it that much. Because as you can see, I've got the engraving on the skull. I mean, that's pretty cool. The eyes stand out and all, but on the mask on this, I just think this looks really a lot better compared to the Centurion. And of course, no symbols. So on the right shoulder, I've actually got the Grim Reaper engraving, and the reason for that is I just didn't want to have the skulls on both sides of my Warden. I don't think it looked as good as the Centurion, so I've just gone with the death engraving for this. I'll probably use maybe this when I do eventually unlock it, the winged unicorn, but yeah, for now I'm just rocking that. And on the left shoulder, I'm obviously using the skull engraving. Again, the paint pattern doesn't really make that much of a difference on the shoulders. Anyways, on the back, I'm actually just using a pretty basic pattern on the back. I might change it actually, but at the moment I'm using crashing bars because, and the reason for that is I'll show you. It doesn't look that good right now because I'm using the white, like the grey and the black. But if you look at this one, which I had before, it actually looks pretty cool with the red lines. Let me give you a better example actually. Yeah, like this for example. I like the pattern. It looks really nice, especially like on the attacker and the defenders teams, for example, like these. So yeah, I'm rolling with the crashing bars right now, which is the Mute's winter battle outfit, and the symbol is I've got some spiked skulls because I obviously like skulls. So yeah, like I said, neutral. I'm rocking the winter woods right now because I've got the full white look going on with the silver material. I think that looks best with the white, definitely. And for the attacker, I'm using pink, just because it's just edgy as fuck. And the defender, I'm using this one right now, the swamp. But I do tend to mix the defender's colours up a little bit because they're not that great, to be honest. The defender's colours aren't nowhere near as good as the attackers and the neutral. So again, I hope they change that in the future. So yeah, that's pretty much my loadout for the Warden. I do have a loadout too, which I use sometimes, which is actually my Super Saiyan Warden. So yeah, which looks pretty cool. That's obviously the new ornament, which came out with the latest mythic outfits, with the leaves, the leaves effects. So yeah, I do like that ornament, but it doesn't really look good with my main loadout, to be honest. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Anyway, if you've got any questions, just feel free to ask in the comments. And if you want to see any more videos like this, just let me know, and I'll do it.